Well, if you're anything like me, you've probably developed quite the collection of tools like the one I have here on the table. And of course, each brand manufacturer has its own type of proprietary battery pack. And of course, you need a special charger just to charge those battery packs. And of course, if your garage is like mine, there's not enough plugs in here. And so every time I go grab something that I need, realize that the battery for that particular style of tool doesn't have a charge. And so then I can't complete the job, or it's delayed, or what have you. But anyway, through the power of Amazon, I've actually been able to find a way where I can use any type of tool from any brand, including some that aren't on this table, with just one battery pack. So let's dive into it. Many years ago, when I was looking to buy my first set of power tools, DeWalt was sort of the king of cordless power tools. And so I went ahead and got this kit. This is my first kit. This is a 4-piece kit. Came in a real nice case. Just had your power hammer drill, had a rip saw, a sawzall, a circular saw, and this throw-in flashlight. And so this was a great set of tools. I slowly started adding to it. So I got this cordless nailer, I got a grinder, got an impact wrench, jigsaw, and so this was great. It served me really well all the way up until I got the M12s. But the problem is these batteries are really expensive and they don't last very long. And so it's the really old technology, NiCad technology, even with the XRP ones, they just didn't last very long. They're really heavy. But throughout the years, I sort of made do, and I bought these knockoff battery packs and just kind of keep them going. But, you know, they've really been in storage ever since I switched over to the Milwaukee M12 tools. But, you know, sometimes I still need to use my circular saw. Before I got the impact from Milwaukee, I was still using this one to do tire changes and stuff. And I still use the jigsaw occasionally. But, of course, these batteries don't keep very long. And so I'm constantly having to, you know, plan things out, charge these the night before so I can do a project. But also what I've noticed when I was building some shelves that these batteries aren't holding their charge and I can barely cut through a 2x4 before the battery runs out. So I tried to keep my DeWalt tools running for as long as possible. But when Milwaukee came out with the M12 power ratchet, I made the switch over to the M12 system. The M12 power ratchet and the heated vest are two of my favorite tools. And I like the ratchet so much that I actually bought the upgraded version as a backup. So it's the M12 Fuel power ratchet, and I did a review comparing the non-fuel versus the fuel version, and also the M12 Vest came out with the newer version, and so I compared those two as well on a different video, and you can watch that by clicking the link in the upper right-hand corner. But anyway, back to the M12 tools. So since then, I've added a few other ones that I really like. So the M12 Inflator is really nice. You can see that I got a right angle drill, the multi-tool, which I haven't even opened up yet. Picked up the multi-tool. I've got a stubby impact. This is a really cool tool. It allows you to change the head to make it from an impact driver to a drill, and then the rover light, which is one of my favorite lights. And there's a couple other ones that I don't have pictured here, but there's also the rocket light and a couple other things that I don't have on the table. I've always thought that Ryobi makes some really interesting tools, and every time they come out with something new, I keep waiting for Milwaukee to come out with their Me Too version on the M12 platform. I actually think Ryobi came out with the cordless battery-powered tire inflator before Milwaukee came out with their version. I needed to pick up a power inverter for another video that I'm working on, and I came across this Ryobi version, which is really cool because it's dual powered, so you can power it up using a battery pack, or you can plug it in to your cigarette lighter with this cord, or you can use it as a traditional inverter, which just clamps onto a car battery. Then I came across a deal on this spot cleaner that I really couldn't pass up. And I really wanted to try their cordless power washer, which I think is very convenient. Okay, if you've been keeping count, that's now 3 different brands of cordless power tools, which means there's 3 different types of battery packs that fit those tools, and 3 different chargers, and I've only got 2 plugs in my garage. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you know I like a deal, but it was becoming a really big hassle to try and track down different deals for battery packs for different manufacturers. And I knew that DeWalt had made a 20-volt adapter to fit their old 18-volt tools. And I also know that somebody came up with a DeWalt adapter to fit on the Dyson cordless power vacs, or stick vacs, whatever they call them. And so I was planning on getting that adapter and upgrading sort of my old tools and then using that for the Dyson. When I was going to go look for that, I realized there are a ton of different adapters out there that will fit to different battery packs and different battery powered tools. You could go from DeWalt to Milwaukee, Milwaukee to DeWalt, DeWalt to Ryobi, Ryobi to Makita, Ryobi to Craftsman, Cobalt, whatever. There's different adapters, but the most popular ones seem to be the ones from the DeWalt 20 volt or from the Milwaukee M18. And I realized I actually have a combo charger, M12 to M18. And so through the power of Amazon, I could really just use the M18 to power everything here. So I could just use one charger to charge two types of battery packs and just take up one plug in my garage. You'll notice that I don't actually have any M18 tools. I haven't found any that I really can't live without. And the M12 tools generally tend to be a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, a little bit more compact compared to the bigger M18 tools. So I'm really happy with just sticking with the M12 platform. The M18 platform doesn't have a power ratchet. So again, these are just generally just lighter and smaller, which are great for the junkyard runs. Even the Ryobi power ratchet, because their battery pack is so much bigger, it extends out really far. So that's why I'm sticking with my M12 platform, not switching everything over to the M18. But they do make an M12 to M18 adapter, so you could theoretically just stick with a single battery pack of the M18 and power everything that I've covered earlier. But anyway, the great thing about this adapter is it allows me to continue using my old DeWalt tools with just the new battery pack. So let me just demonstrate that real quick. All right, so you've got the adapter here, and the battery just slides on, pops in, and it works great. And it comes out. These are really easy to use. You can see just how big that battery pack is, and it's almost the same size. It's a lot lighter, actually, with this on here. So the one caveat I have heard from watching some other reviews is you don't want to leave the adapter with the battery attached to the tool in storage, so just make sure you take them out. But this adapter allows me to continue to use like the circular saw and the jigsaw that you saw earlier. I don't use those very much, maybe once a year, but then I don't have to go buy the M12 or M18 version. I can just continue using my old DeWalt ones using this adapter here. So now I can use the Ryobi adapter and buy all these really tricked out Ryobi tools. There is one caveat, like for instance on this power washer that has this cover, this battery pack plus the adapter will not fit underneath the cover. So probably have to get a smaller battery pack, which I'll try out, and then put it underneath there. So again, with this M18, all I have to do is worry about using one battery charger just to power all these M18 batteries. I don't have to worry about my DeWalt charger. I don't have to get a Ryobi charger. Everything just charges from this one combo charger, so I can continue to use my M12 tools. But again, there is an adapter from Milwaukee, so I can use this M18 pack if I want to on the M12 tools. Let me unlock it. But again, you can see how bulky it is, and the whole point of getting the M12 line is to streamline things, get things smaller, get into tighter spots. So, continue to sort of stick with my M12 batteries, but again, I can just use a single charger for that. Okay, so in terms of the adapters, I actually splurged a little bit and got the different colored ones. They do make all black versions. Then you might want to use like a paint pen or something just to mark what adapter goes to what type of tool. But again, see, now it's color coded, so I know that the yellow fits the DeWalt, the green fits the Ryobi, and of course red goes to red. So it's very easy to identify which adapter goes to which brand of tool. And again, all of them fit the M18 style battery. And as a bonus, I also got an adapter for the Dyson cordless stick vac, which uses a non-removable battery. But people who are obviously much smarter than me have created an adapter to retrofit their vacs to use M18 batteries. I think that's just genius. And there are a ton of other M18 adapters. There's an M18 adapter for Power Wheels. There's an M18 adapter to make a car battery jump pack, very similar to the Ryobi jump pack. It looks like CEENR, I think it's how it's pronounced, CEENR, is taking this idea to the next level, creating a new product called PD Nation
the Universal Power Tool Battery. And what this does is it takes an adapter, and you can put this adapter in any one of your power tools, and then use their battery pack that fits that particular adapter. So same kind of idea, just a little bit more universal. Their battery packs charge with USB-C, so you don't even need a dedicated charger, and it works with a bunch of other things. Interesting enough, through my news feed, I did see that the EU is considering a new law that would require all power tool manufacturers to have a universal battery pack. So they're taking this idea sort of one step further. It's to reduce waste. It was the same when they introduced the USB-C standard for all charging that forced the iPhone to switch over to USB-C charging and all their Apple products away from the Lightning port to USB-C. It would be a similar idea, is all power tool manufacturers would have to use the same battery pack. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link for CEENR, but otherwise I think you can use Amazon and sort of buy all the different adapters that you need, and then use the M18 battery platform, or maybe the DeWalt. The DeWalt seems to have really good support as well, so you could definitely get a bunch of DeWalt batteries and adapters and do the same thing. I just happen to have the M18, so that's the version I picked.
All right, so there you have it. So now you can go out and you're free to buy whatever tool you want to use, and you can adapt it to the batteries that you already have. I highly recommend the Milwaukee M12 and M18 platform, but you can't go wrong with getting the Ryobi batteries and then getting adapters for those to fit different types of tools. Your options seem to be a little bit more limited going in that direction, but it can be done.
If you're enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and to the newsletter using the links below. We'll share more tool buying tips, classic car and classic motorcycle project finds, some motorsport news, and maybe a wrenching tip or two.